In May 2021, a single unsecured password triggered a shutdown of nearly half the fuel supply for the U.S. East Coast. The target was the Colonial Pipeline. This industrial artery spans 5,500 miles, moving millions of gallons of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel every day. The attack originated from DarkSide, a Russian-linked syndicate. The group operates with corporate precision, maintaining departments for human resources and customer support to assist their hacking affiliates. They gained entry through an old virtual private network account. Because the system lacked multi-factor authentication, the hackers only needed one leaked password to bypass the perimeter and reach the company's billing network. Once inside, the group extracted 100 gigabytes of data and locked the servers. Colonial Pipeline executives halted all operations to ensure the malware couldn't jump from the billing system to the physical controls that move the oil. This one digital oversight effectively paralyzed a massive segment of American energy infrastructure in a single morning. As word of the shutdown spread, regional panic followed immediately. Drivers across the Southeast created gridlock at the pumps, desperate to fill their tanks. People began hoarding fuel in any container they could find, often filling rows of red plastic gas cans to store as much liquid as possible. Thousands of stations ran completely dry, leaving only handwritten no gas signs on the pumps. Major airlines were forced to ground flights or add refueling stops for planes leaving East Coast airports. With the regional economy stalling, the burden of a solution fell to Colonial CEO Joseph Blount. He was forced into a high-stakes decision that reached far beyond the interests of a private corporation. The FBI maintains a strict protocol against paying ransoms. Their position is that every payment directly finances future attacks and provides no guarantee that the data will be returned. CEO Joseph Blount authorized the payment anyway, transferring 75 Bitcoin, valued at approximately $4.4 million, in hopes of restoring the fuel flow as quickly as possible. DarkSide provided the decryption key, but the software was inefficient. It was so slow that the recovery process threatened to take weeks. Colonial eventually relied on its own internal backup systems to restore the network, as their own processes were faster than the tool they had just purchased for millions of dollars. The transaction showed that even a successful payment can be a liability, as the hacker's solution proved less effective than the company's own resilience. Following the payment, the Department of Justice activated its Ransomware and Digital Extortion Task Force to begin a forensic pursuit of the currency. This chart shows how the blockchain actually works. While the users remain anonymous, the ledger itself is public. Every transaction is recorded for the world to see, tied to specific strings of code. Investigators followed the flow of the 75 Bitcoin in real time. They watched the public ledger as the funds moved from Colonial Pipeline to a wallet controlled by a DarkSide administrator. The task force then watched as the group split the money. Exactly 63.7 Bitcoin were moved to a separate wallet belonging to the specific affiliate responsible for the Colonial hack. The hackers were hidden, but their money was trapped in a system that records every move, leaving a permanent trail for federal agents to follow. On June 7th, the FBI revealed they had obtained the private security key for the affiliate's wallet. They used this access to infiltrate the account directly. Federal agents pulled the 63.7 Bitcoin back into U.S.-controlled servers, physically seizing the digital assets from the syndicate's possession. However, the crypto market crashed between the payment in May and the recovery in June. The value of Bitcoin dropped sharply. The FBI recovered 84% of the actual Bitcoin, but those coins were now worth only $2.3 million. The volatility of the digital economy caused half the ransom's value to vanish, creating a financial loss law enforcement could not recover through code alone. The Colonial Pipeline breach demonstrated that modern cybercrime syndicates now utilize professional, corporate-style infrastructure to identify and exploit single points of failure in our economy. Securing national infrastructure has moved beyond the scope of local IT departments. Protecting these systems is now a central priority for national survival.